Hi guys, welcome back to the UKMC YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how long the home buying process takes as a first-time buyer. So if you're interested in learning about the ins and the outs of the home buying process, I highly recommend that you subscribe to our channel. Fingers crossed. We'll be here for you every single Monday, though sometimes we might miss an upload or two. And if you're not, you're in the wrong place, so go and get out of here. So let's get to it. Well, at the start, I suppose that's really going to be down to you. It starts with finding the right property you want to purchase. That means endless scrolling on Rightmove, Zoopla, social media, and other well-known property portals. But let's not get carried away, as you might be increasing your searches without knowing what it's going to be costing. So you'll need to know your affordability. There's nothing worse than finding your dream home, only to realize it's actually out of your budget. So let's not get ourselves into that state of negativity. Let's be really clear from the outset on how much you can afford, the lenders that might consider an application for you, and that all-important monthly repayment. Now, as part of our process, we'll also help you consider the other important adult bills to pay, like your insurances, your council tax, your energy bills, your broadband, the list goes on. Once we've got this absolutely nailed, you can 100% get stuck into that right move addiction. Once you've found your home, it's a case of calling the estate agents to arrange the viewing, and hopefully if all goes well, you want to put an offer forward. Although there's no real set timeline, this process can take from 3 to 5 months, maybe 6 months, but don't be disheartened if it goes all the way up to 12 months, if not beyond. Now, step 2 is my favorite part, obviously, which is securing the actual mortgage. Now, this takes from a few days to 2 weeks, and it's guided by the recommended lender's service level agreement, or we like to call it SLA for short, which is the time that it takes to underwrite the application, review documents, and give us some feedback. So when we apply for a mortgage, a lender's SLA might be, 5 days before we hear anything from them. Now, in my experience, everyone thinks this is much harder and scarier than it is, but it's actually a little bit more simpler than you think. We'll ask you for some financial information, some documents, have a couple of calls back and forward to discuss everything in detail with you, and send your overall mortgage affordability and our recommendation. This will include your term, your mortgage rate, monthly repayments, helping to choose a lender or choosing the deal that you like, for example, fixed, tracker, interest only, and we'll even consider the overall cost of each lender, including any little neat product features such as like a free valuation or cashback, which is always quite nice. Once you're comfortable, we'll then get you an agreement in principle or an AIP, MIP, mortgage promise. The list goes on of what people call it this day and age. An AIP is just a certificate that states how much a lender will be willing to lend you to buy a house based on data we give them, like your employment history, number of dependents, what sort of credit commitments you've got. This means in principle they can lend you X, Y, and Z towards a purchase, subject to a full application and the property being sound as well. Most estate agents will expect you to have an AIP in place when you make an offer. It shows that you're serious about buying and you can fund the offer that you're going to put forward. Now, you should get your AIP within an hour or up to a day or two if it's referred, and it's usually valid for 30 to 90 days. This means you've got up to 3 months to go out there, get stuck into Rightmove, and make that offer using that AIP. Once the offer is accepted, you need to instruct a solicitor to handle all of the legalities of the purchase. Now, I've seen this process take anything from 4 weeks to 6 months. As part of the process, you might want to consider an additional survey, like a home buyer's report, and we do have another video on this on our channel, so make sure you check that out after you've watched this. And at the end of your home buying journey, you'll hear the terms exchange and completion. Now, these are usually the quickest part of the process, and it's possible to exchange and complete on the same day, so there'll be loads of phone calls going around. So all in all, your first home purchase should take around 3 to 6 months typically. As a first-time buyer, you're in the best position for a quick move since you've got nobody to sell your home to. You're pretty much ready, kicking down the door to try and get in. But ultimately, the time frame of buying a home in the UK does vary, and it's a broad mix of factors that can make it longer. It's hard to be patient, particularly when you're excited about moving in your new home. I've been there myself. But remember that the estate agents and conveyancers will move as quickly as they can. If things are going slowly, it's probably because they're solving issues or playing email tennis. Keeping communication with the conveyancer, broker, and the estate agents involved is absolutely vital. My biggest tip that you can take away from this video is to simply be organized and be prepared for the journey ahead. If it's going slow, don't worry, you will get there in the end, and everybody's working to get them keys for you. So there you have it. If you're going to buy a home for the first time, keep patient, as the home buying process can take 3 to 6 months, but it can take longer when things don't always go to plan. Now, click the link in the description box and download your free first-time buyer guide to help you along the home buying journey. And as always, thank you very much for sticking with me on this video, and I'll see you next week.